I feel like the starting is the hardest part. About 4 years ago, I was at my sister's house, standing in the kitchen. She had some friends over. We were talking about jobs, and I said to my sister, my career is over. I haven't worked full-time in 7 years. I'm too old. No one is going to hire me again. And I remember she looked at me like I was crazy. But I really, honestly, at that time felt that way. I felt adrift. I went to see a career counselor, and it felt very much like a guilty, indulgence. Most people just say, suck it up, go just get a job. I can get a job. But I wanted something more. I wanted to have a career, not just a job. She said, well, look, while you're trying to figure out what you want to do next, why don't you just spend some time doing something interesting? And I've always been fascinated by relationships, especially romantic relationships. Why are people attracted to who they are? So I started a blog called Love Data, and I did research, interviewed people in the field. I remember I wanted to interview a Stanford professor who had done some work on online dating, and I hate calling people. So I practiced what I was going to say over and over again. I was so nervous calling him. But he was very nice, and he let me interview him for the blog. I also did some work on Twitter data, analyzing people tweeting about eHarmony. I had a hypothesis that they would be saying different stuff than people tweeting about Tinder. I was wrong, but I got invited to speak about it at a conference in Berlin. And I said to the organizer, this is a data science conference. I am not a data scientist. I can't get up on stage and talk about this. And she was very gently and firmly encouraged me and said, yes, you can. So I went, and I went to Berlin in February. It was freezing. I got lost wandering the streets, but I went to the conference, and I had a great time. And I decided just to try to say yes to as many things as I could and not worry so much about what would the outcome be. I said yes to volunteering for Girls Who Code, even though I was terrified of standing up in front of a bunch of high school girls. They would see right through me, see my high school nerdy self that didn't know you're supposed to wear a backpack on one shoulder and not both shoulders. And it was challenging, but some of those girls are going to become computer scientists. I said yes to taking a taiko drumming class, which I'd always wanted to do. I was the only beginner in the class, and the teacher didn't say anything to me except that I was holding the sticks wrong. And then after the class, he came up to me, and I thought, he's going to tell me, good job. But actually, he said, now is the time when you help us clean up, which isn't quite what I was expecting, but it was a fun class. And I said yes to writing a book. O'Reilly was looking for someone to write a book about voice user interfaces, and I sent them a book proposal, and they liked it. And so I started writing the book, and I would write in the evenings after my son went to bed. And I can remember sitting at my desk many nights and just thinking, oh my God, why did I agree to this? I can't do this. I will never finish this. But I did. I just kept at it. And I'm so glad it opened up a lot of opportunities for me. And now I'm here at Google, and I have a role where I get to go out and talk to people about conversation design and what it is, and I love it. And I think it's important to look back on that night 4 years ago and remember how I felt standing in Cindy's kitchen. I really believed that the interesting part of my career was over. And yeah, I could get a job, but it would just be a job, and it wouldn't be an interesting career. And I was wrong.